Hello everyone, it's Gigo here and welcome back to another motivational video of building a house here in Ghana. If it is your first time seeing this project, this is the Prampram project, which is my personal project. In our previous episode, we did the plastering, alongside the electrical piping installation, right? So the next phase is supposed to be the plumbing works, and in my previous video, if you notice, I also said that my target is to focus on the ground floor first, right? So when the ground floor is done, then I move to the next floor, get it done, and then on and on we go. But we have a little bit issue, with that kind of strategy. That's because the plumbing work needs to be connected, right, from top to the down. So everything has to be, connected. Or the building, when it comes to the plumbing, we cannot do part and leave the rest. So that means that we have to get everything done. And that brings me to today's video. So we've already started with the plumbing works actually, but I was supposed to upload this video when we were done with the roofing. Like I was supposed to give a walkthrough to see how it looks. I mean, for those that have been following this project for the past 5 years now, you already know how it looked without the roofing, right? And I mean, this is the looks, the finishing, how it looks at the inside. If it is your first time, seeing this project, or you had no idea what this structure is about, this is a 7 bedrooms in total. We have 4 bedrooms downstairs. We have 2 bedrooms at the middle part, which is where we are currently, and the staircase you see there leads us to 1 bedroom, which is the penthouse at the top. So in total, we have a 7 bedroom. And I will say that, the house itself is sitting on a half plot. The size is 47 feet by 40 feet. That is the size of, this particular project. If you want to know more, I mean, if you go to my playlist, which is called the Prampram project, I mean, with this particular project, I mean, it has all the details. Like I said, it is my personal project, and this is how I started with the channel with this particular project. So details, cost breakdown, everything is in there if you are interested to know more about it. This project will actually help you build your dream house, especially with the metal works, the block laying. I mean, there's so much you can learn from this particular project, which is the Pam Pam project. So like I said, I mean, this is just a walkthrough. So I'll say this is a before, and my next episode is going to be after, the plumbing works, right? So this is just a 1 bedroom, and then that's the walk-in closet we saw, and then the toilet, right, the bathroom, and this is the living room. All of this is the living room. It is an open concept. So you have the kitchen, at this position, and also it comes with an island, right? So, I mean, the whole concept is also to entertain. So whilst you are cooking, you can be talking to your guest in the living room. If you want to watch something, you can also be watching it. And we also have the pantry here. So this is also going to be, the pantry for the kitchen, where we're going to be storing most of the heavy stuff, right? I mean, I want the kitchen to be just as simple, that you're not going to be seeing so much in the kitchen. It's going to be like an empty kitchen with just few things, on an island. And yeah, I mean, that is the concept. I mean, this plan was like 3 years ago, I'll say, because I've been changing ideas with this particular project. I created this space also so that, I mean, if you are cooking something which has a bad smell or something, this is going to be the outside kitchen stroke. I mean, we will say the smoke area, right? So that is how I have named it. This place is also like a balcony at the back of the house. If you don't want to be at the front, you can be at the back of the house, where you can also, if you want to grill anything, you can do it right there. If you want to just sit down, chill, read your book, Yeah, also possible. So if you're in the kitchen, this is the view that you get, right? We also have a lot of space at the front, also another balcony. And the reason is that the land is not so big. So I try to create, yeah, I mean, outside opening space where people will just sit, outside. They don't have to go downstairs to get the sun or be out of the house. They can still be at the second level and still, have the experience of being outside. So this is the second room here. This is the views you get from your windows, right? I mean, you can imagine, the top floor just has two bedrooms and the down floor has like four. So you imagine the space that we use. This is going to be your little, I would say, a stand-in, wardrobe, and then your bathroom and the shower for this room is also here. So it is just a simple, design. Like I said, it's mostly to entertain. I mean, it's just for guests, right? I mean, because if you've been following this channel, you already know the history. And if you go back to watch my playlist, I mean, these things I've repeated them several times. But yeah, like I said, this is just a walkthrough to give you an idea what you can design, what you can build on a half plot, right? So this is what I've been sharing, that you don't need a full plot to build, a big house. Or it is all the concept. It is what you put in, right? So you coming outside, this is, what you get. This is the space that you have. And if you're looking at the plastic from the top, you can see the wind which is coming straight into your house. These are all planned in. There's no blocks blocking the wind coming into the bedroom, into the living room. This makes you reduce, the usage of the air condition. So fast forward, here we are at the penthouse, and at the landing is, I would say, a rooftop terrace, right? I mean, close to one, or a living room, for the penthouse, which is just one bedroom. It's open at the front and also at the back, also for fresh ventilation. And yeah, I mean, I created this space also for the solar, so that we can go and wash the solars or get it fixed if something goes wrong. And yeah, I mean, this penthouse also comes with a kitchen. It is just one bedroom actually, but it also has its own. So you can also say it is the master bedroom. I mean, you can also, in other words, it is the master bedroom. And this is the kitchen for just one bedroom. And here we go. If you walk straight, this is the view, that you have. And yeah, I mean, this is the positioning of the bed, and in the corner there's where you have your bath. For now, the plan is to go all glass. I mean, that is the plan now. But you never know. I mean, we might put some blocks if the glass are getting so expensive. Yeah, so it has an standing closet, your clothes. This is where you're going to put your clothes here. And I mean, your toilet and bath is here. And then you have a bathtub right here with the views. The concept was, I mean, I'm not planning of moving to Ghana, like staying in Ghana for a long time. So I just created something as a short stay, right? Like I said, I have my own project, which is the Dowenya project. I mean, that is like a family project. Like, I mean, personally, right? This was just to, help my parents, support them. And then I came with a drone shot and I saw this view and I was like, no, I want to invest into this view. So it is very important when you buy a land, get a drone, just go the high of every level and see what, you can get. And if you can afford, right, just put up a story building, go as high as you can. It can be for investment purposes, right? It's been 5 years with this project, but I take my time step by step. I mean, it hasn't been easy, right? Abandoning my own personal project and coming here, it hasn't been easy. But I mean, you can see the result, right? You can see the end result, and building is stage by stage. Like I said, I can just fix the ground floor and just move in, and I'll take my time to build. Even if it will take me 15 years to finish this, the second floor and the penthouse, I will. Building is a journey, but not a race. So don't be in a competition, to build your house, else you will just keep spending all your money and you won't have life. I mean, you should also enjoy life, whilst building, right? So just imagine, we've finished with the ground floor and we've moved in. Can I still go to the penthouse and have a great time? Yes. Can I still be at the middle part, the second level, and still, host my friends? Can we still have fun there? The answer is yes, because there's still water and light. So please plan carefully, right, and take your time to do it. It may take some time, right? I mean, it's been 5 years with the whole structure work, but just imagine, I mean, if I take another 2 years more to do the windows and then, the doors and electricals, I mean, that is it. I can just pause with the rest till I'm ready. So we're not putting much pressure, right? It's just, vibes and, the step by step process that we are using, for this particular project. And also most of my projects, or I'll say the project that you see here on the channel, right? So if you want to build a house, start to complete within a year or 2 years, meaning you should have like 50,000, right? You should raise about 50,000 a year, right? I mean, that this is if you want to finish to build in 2 years, because an averagely house, buying the land, building, the landscaping, the fence wall, I mean, roughly it will cost you around 100,000. I mean, I'm using the real estate price, for this rough estimate, right? It will cost you around 100,000 to get your house complete, paint, everything. So if you are in a hurry, you want it in 1 year, meaning you have to raise 50,000 a year, right? So in 2 years, that is your 100,000. If you want to do it in 4 years, I mean, you can do the calculation. So building is not journey. It's like it's not a joke. Sometimes people come and they're like, hey, they cannot wait for the 10 years, 5 years. But when they start, then they will realize that yeah, it's actually not easy to kind of raise money to do your construction, right? And this particular project you see, I can tell you for a fact that I haven't sent more than 15,000 Ghana cedis into this project at once or in a month. I haven't spent more than 50. I think the most that I think I have sent is like 13,000. An average is always 10,000 every month or every 2 months or every 3 months, depending on, how my finance go. At least maybe 5,000 or 8,000, right? It is all communication with the guys. When I have some money, I would tell them, hey, this is what I have raised, or this is what I have for this month. What can we do with it? Then they'll tell me, oh, okay, we can do the block laying, or we can do the concrete casting, or the pillars. Okay, if it can start, then let's do something. So this particular project you see, I haven't put more than 15,000 Ghana cedis into this particular in a month. In a month. So when I tell you it is possible and you can do it, I know what I'm talking about, right? Because this is example of you building step by step, right? If you make up your mind and you really want to do it, you can get it done, right? So just take your time and have a nice plan and just start from somewhere, right? When I start with this project, I was buying a bag of cement for like 40 Ghana cedis, right? And today it is like 100 Ghana cedis. So you can see the journey, right there. And also with the iron rods, a ton was going for 4,000, right? I mean, it was at a point I was even buying it for like 3,800, all the way to 4,000. And today, if you want to buy a ton of iron rod, it's like 90, you know, Ghana cedis. So building is a journey, right? Don't be scared that the price of materials will go high. I mean, trust me, even if you start building today and you want to finish, you want to build in 1 year, you will still not buy the materials at the same price. So just take your time and just get it done. But if you can afford it, if you have the money, why not just go for it, right? And get it done completely, right? So then I think this brings us to the end of today's episode. I really do appreciate your time spending on the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you.